In my last video, I talked about why trust reconciliation is important. But now, let's talk about how to actually do a three-way trust reconciliation step by step. Hey, I'm Peter Fider, CPA and founder of Meatful Accounting, where we help property management companies eliminate trust accounting risk through clean bookkeeping system. And don't worry, I'm going to keep this simple. No complicated accounting talk. Just what you actually need to do. For this occasion, I will introduce my kid's whiteboard to emphasize what I mean. Okay? Here's the whiteboard. Here we go. Okay. Sorry for the wait. Here we go. Here's the whiteboard. I'm going to write three things in here. Number one is the bank balance. Number two is the book balance, also called the GL. Number three, the tenant owner balances. If these three, the bank balance, the book balance, also GL, and the tenant owner balances, if they don't match, you don't have a completed reconciliation. Step one, start with your bank balance. Here we go. You want your bank balance to match your system, which is your book balance. Compare your bank statement, match deposits and payments, account for outstanding items. Okay? This is like this is what most people already are doing. And unfortunately, it's also where most people stop, right? So again, people, you're going to have the bank statements here. The book balance, usually this is going to be, sorry, I'm blocking the view here. The book balance, this is where, your Buildium, your Appfolio, your Rentvine, that's this one. That's where it's housed. So you're already matching the two. Now, step two, at your book balance, like I said, this is your general ledger. The number in your system says is what you have. This should match your bank balance. After accounting for timing differences like outstanding checks or deposits in transit, if these two don't match, 1 and 2, you're not even ready for step 3 yet. Step 3, and this is the one people skip, you need to total up all tenant balances, all owner balances. That's what's in step 3. That total should match your book balance. Okay? This is what makes it a three-way trust reconciliation. So going back, you're going to have your tenant balances here, right? I mean, I can kind of say it right there, right? Tenant balances. And your owner balances here, owner balances. So tie the bank balance, which has the bank statements, with your book balance, which is your GL, which again, it contains, in your Appfolio or Buildium, Rentvine, and then the tenant owner balances, which in a lot of these softwares already has those tenant balances and owner balances in there. Again, that's also why it's important to have a really good software for that. So like I said, these is what makes it a three-way trust reconciliation. Bank, books, tenant owner balances, all three must tie. This step is where you prove who the money actually belongs to. Here's the biggest mistake property managers make, right? They reconcile the bank, but they don't reconcile the rest. So the bank balances matches, but tenant balances are off. Owner balances don't match. Security deposits don't tie up. Does that sound familiar? I hope not. Okay. But hey, the bank balance says it's good. So we're done, right? No, that's not a three-way reconciliation. That's incomplete. Now, what if your numbers don't match? Don't panic. Start here. Okay? Look for missing transactions. check for duplicates, review incorrect postings, make sure deposits and payments are recorded correctly. Use the info in the bank statements to see if transactions did occur in your book balances, aka the general ledger. And most importantly, don't force it to balance. See, I keep remembering the show The Office, right? They no plug accounts, no I'll fix it later. You know, in The Office where Kevin just adds Keleven and calls it a day. Research Keleven if you don't know what I mean. If you need a Keleven, you've got a bigger problem. Fix the problem, don't hide it. This should be done at least monthly. If you have a lot of transactions, you may want to do it more often, to be honest. But monthly is the minimum of doing these three-way reconciliations, right? Now, let me say this. This is not the easiest thing to do. Trust reconciliation takes time. It takes focus, and if something's off, it can take a while to figure out. You might think it's going to take 10 minutes, and next thing you know, it's been 2 hours. And at some point, you have to make a decision. Where is your time better spent? Right? Is your time better spent doing trust reconciliations? Or should you do leasing units, talking to owners, actually growing your business? As the business owner, this it's always been time management, right? Now, this doesn't mean you ignore it. This still has to get done, this three-way trust reconciliation. But it might mean you bring in someone who knows what they're doing to make sure it's done right. Hint, hint, double winkies. You know what I mean? Because this is one of those areas where getting it wrong costs more than getting help, right? So I need to emphasize this. Let's bring it all together. The bank balance, the book balance, aka the GL or general ledger, and the tenant and owner balances. If all three match, you're in a good place. If not, you've got work to do. Now, here's something important. Even if all three match, that doesn't mean everything is perfect. There are things, unfortunately, that a three-way reconciliation won't catch, like payments applied to the wrong tenants or balances that look right but are actually wrong underneath. I'm going to break that down in the next video. What a three-way trust reconciliation doesn't catch. So wait for that and go watch it, okay? Because this is where a lot of property managers think they're good when they're actually not. If you found this helpful and want more content like this, it would really mean a lot to me if you like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. This is Peter Fider. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you on the next one.